for any of you guys, what was the experience like going to the soccer match on Saturday, and then what was it like getting a chance to go out there and practice at Willie B?
Yeah, honestly, going to that game and just like even hearing that that was announced was so surreal. I think for a lot of us, I know personally, I've grown up watching the Premier League every weekend in my house since I was like 5, 6 years old with my family. So just like getting to see those players in real life was just something that was so unbelievable. We literally were all out here like trying to watch practice, like seeing like Mo Salah in our stadium training was just like insane. And so then getting to go to the game, seeing even more players, seeing Manchester United as well, having 77,000 people wanting to come out and watch a soccer game in Colombia, I think just proves what we've always known, that Colombia is a soccer city and has the culture for that in the Carolinas and in this area specifically. So I think it was really special, and then they can touch on practice.
I think to go off of what Kat said, like we've been to football games and we've had to wear our gear before to be, announced or recognized on the field, but we had to wear our gear on Saturday to the Liverpool game. And just the amount of people who were so excited to see us and recognize us, the amount of girls, and then the community, the soccer community in Colombia, and the recognition that we got just walking to our seats. It was amazing to feel the support like that. And like Kat said, it just exposed what we already knew, is that South Carolina is a soccer state for sure.
Yeah. And last night being able to practice on the stadium, it was just pretty amazing, like having like Gamecock women's soccer like on the big screen, and we all were like looking around and we're like, I can't believe 78,000 people were here watching last night. But it was like honestly a surreal experience just being on the stadium.
What kind of awareness do you feel like that event brought? I mean, you guys said, people are coming up to you guys and stuff. What awareness do you feel like that event brought to what women's soccer is at South Carolina, and do you feel like it could, lead to more people turning out and stuff like that?
I think it just proves, kind of like we said, that there is an audience for soccer in this area. Obviously, being a men's game, it's a little different to kind of pull the audiences, and people I think came from all over the country. But I think, like you said, like we just touched on, it just shows that there are people interested in this sport. There are people interested in our team, and just going out there, seeing the people running into people. We got to talk to so many young girls, tell them about our team, tell them about soccer, even just encouraging girls who were there with their parents who came up to us asking about if they should play sports, like what's the benefit of that? I'm scared to get started, should I play? And we got to kind of just give back in that way and share our experiences. And I think that's the stuff that our program's always been about, and a lot of the work that we do in our community has always been about that. And so I think that was just an amazing opportunity for that. And then, like I said, seeing all those fans, everyone out there in this area, just goes to show, the kind of support that we could, and do have. And it's just really exciting for us going into this year.
Hallie and Kat, both big decisions to come back for a fifth year. Just individually for each of you, what kind of went into that decision? What made it the right choice for y'all?
I think, honestly, it was a no-brainer for me, being given a fifth year through COVID. I think when we were freshmen at that time, we were like, we have no idea if we're even going to take it, because that's 4 years from now. And will we feel like we've had our fair share in 4 years? And I remember at the end of last season, we were like, we're not done. Having left, and we didn't really reach the goals we wanted to reach, and knowing that we had more left in us and we had the opportunity to come back, and knowing the people we were bringing in, we were like, let's do it. Let's run it back. I think we have a good shot this year, and we're so excited about this season.
I think personally, obviously a lot of those things played into my decision as well. Individually, I think Shelly touched on this a little bit, but my goal is obviously to become a pro at the end of my career here. And whether that was going to be this past fall or at the end of this coming fall was something that I just kind of had to weigh my pros and cons of. Obviously, every year the drafts look a little different, the draft classes look a little different, so those things play into it, but also I just think I felt like I had another gear that I could continue to push myself to. And in the environment I'm in here, I know I'm being pushed every day by my teammates. I have amazing coaching staff that are ready to pour into me every single day to help push me and get me to be where I need to be, and I just felt like I had another year both to kind of prove who I was, what I was capable of, and to continue to grow before I went to that next level. And I think that was something I didn't want to turn away, in addition to the fact of all of my best friends are here, people who I've been with for 3, 4, 5 years at this point, who were coming back, and I think we all just kind of knew that we had an opportunity to do something special again this year. And I think we came into this program with a goal to kind of leave it better than we found it, and I think that we knew we had the opportunity to have one more year to do that, and I think that was hard for a lot of us to pass up, and I think that's evidenced by the fact that we have 5 girls coming back from our original class. So I think that's pretty remarkable, and I know that we're all really excited for what we're capable of this year and to have one more year to kind of give back to this program. So that's kind of what played into it for me.
Lily, what was your reaction and excitement level when that group decided they wanted to come back?
I think it's exciting because like it's a testament to our program on how many people want to come back and just be a part of this family. Like you see other programs and people leave and take their 5th year somewhere else, so it's pretty amazing that all of these 5th years wanted to stay with us. And also, I think my class especially was really excited because we'd been with them for 3 years and now we get a 4th year with them. So just having all of our friends on our team still. So yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about your role, obviously. Not a lot of stats or glory shots for defense other than helping put up a donut or something like that. And I guess how you embrace that role and what it's like for you guys this year back there, I guess, for lack of a better, breaking in a new goalkeeper or at least a new starter.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think as far as the goalkeeper goes, like Shelly touched on it, we have 4 amazing keepers all ready to go at any point, and we get so many reps in, and when we scrimmage, like, it doesn't matter who's on your team, you're set back there. So in that regards, I mean, we're not scared at all about that. We do miss Heather very much, but we're excited for someone to start in that position and to kind of develop there. But as far as me personally, being a defender, you gotta bear down and grit through it. It's not all about stats, it's not about glory, none of it is, but you've heard the saying, defense wins championships, and at the end of the day, there's 4 of us back there, then you have the keeper and everyone else, everyone has to defend. And like I said, it's not about stats being back there, it's about, can we keep the team alive, can we keep the game alive, can we keep going, and sometimes that comes at the fault of not having glory to your name, but being a part of a team and a program that emphasizes defense so much and having developed and learned so much about my position personally, on the field, off the field, mentally, like it's amazing. I wouldn't rather be anywhere else in any other position, and I love it and I embrace it and I wouldn't have it any other way.
For all 3 of you, being named a team captain is obviously a really distinguished honor. So for all 3 of you, what does that mean to you personally, and how are you going to use that new role as a way to better the team and maybe build some chemistry and acclimate some newcomers, whether they're from the transfer portal or from high school to the program?
I think just being named captain is just like an honor. It's just, I just think we all feel really grateful that our team looks at us as leaders, and they want us to lead both on and off the field. I think we've, especially this season, kind of implemented some new things to try to do more off the field together. I mean, we're here 24/7, but there's a difference between being in the building and on the field, and also hanging out and doing team stuff outside of the soccer facility. I don't know.
Yeah, I think coming back, obviously Hallie and I were captains last year, and something that I'm not sure every program does, but we do ask again, and it's not automatic that you get it back a second year, so I think it's validation of a lot of the work we did last year that our teammates continued to look at us as leaders and wanted us back as captains again this year. And I think that we've learned a lot, which is really exciting, that we can kind of use that this year from what we learned last year, and then also add Lily into that and get some new ideas, new perspective. I think it was a really great combination, and it's kind of allowed us to kind of learn from what we did last year and move forward this year. But ultimately, it's just an incredible honor. If you look out in the hallway, the list of all the captains that have represented this program in years past is unbelievable. So many of those players have gone on to do incredible things, and so the fact that we can be included forever in history with that group is just amazing, and I think that that's an honor that we really can't understate.
You two talked about, your reason for coming back was because you guys didn't accomplish what you wanted to. What is on the to-do list this season?
Everything. We're ready. We're itching to get started. We want to win a national championship, and nothing shy of that. We want the SEC regular season, the SEC tournament. We want it all, and we're so ready to get started and start proving ourselves.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it a long time, and kind of like I said earlier, when we came into this program, all of our classes, our goal was to push the envelope for this program, and I think SEC championships, competing for SEC championships had become the norm before we got here, and we want the norm when we leave to be pushing for and competing for national championships, and we want that to be the standard of this program. We think that's what this program's capable of. We have the resources, we have the support, we have everything in this university and in this athletics department and within this program to be capable of that, and that's where we want to push this program ultimately, whether it's this year, the years beyond this year. We want that to be the standard, and so our goal this year is to go out there and set that and prove that that's true. And like Hallie said, we want to compete for everything this year, and we feel like we have the depth, the talent, the resources to do it, and so we're really excited to go out there and kind of set those goals for ourselves and aim high.
You guys get to play a pro team right out of the gate. Does that add any extra sense of pressure? And what are you kind of hoping to get out of a matchup like this?
I don't know if it's necessarily any extra pressure. I think it's just exciting that we get a pro team for our first exhibition game, and it is an exhibition game, so it's the start of our season. So there's going to be learning to do, and I think it's going to be a really good baseline to see where we are at and how we can grow throughout the season.
It's a good measuring stick for a lot of us too. Like we've all said, a lot of us want to play pro, have goals like that in the long run, and so it's a great opportunity just for us to go out there, see what that level's like, get some exposure at that level, and then kind of just see our team get out there, play someone different. We've played a lot against ourselves this summer and in the past few days, so just to challenge ourselves against someone we've never seen before is always a great opportunity.